Hey, what is up, you guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're talking about that. You already know what we're talking about. We're talking about the devastating news that surprised me. No, I'm just kidding. Well, if you watch my latest update video, you know this is essentially what I thought was going to happen. I just don't think that Bandai saw it as sustainable or worth it anymore to keep it. Sorry, let me let me backtrack. If you don't know what the hell's going on, you're probably thinking, "Whoa, whoa, whoa! What the hell are you talking about?" Sorry about that. Welcome back to the channel, you guys. We're talking about Battle Spirit Saga. We're doing an update video. We're not really gonna do an in-depth discussion this time. However, in case you're interested, definitely please like, comment, subscribe because I'm also planning to do more in-depth video. Right, we're gonna go through Dawn of History, False Gods, Aquatic Invaders. I didn't get set for. God damn it, what was this? Savior of Chaos. There you go. Halo of Awakening. I remember the collab one. Strangers in the Sky and Generational Link. So we're gonna go essentially through the entirety of Battle Spirit Saga, talk about why it was never able to essentially pick up from the slump it started up, right? Because it had a horrible first impression. We already talked about that a bunch. We'll cover it again in the next video. But it essentially was never able to recover from that. It is what it is. In my opinion, just a lot of stores just got burned so badly because you have to understand how badly stores got burned. Because when the game released, let's say they were selling it at around $80 to $90 on pre-sale, right? Let's say hypothetically these stores are getting the boxes for 65, $60, right? The boxes drop on release to $80. Okay, it's not that bad, right? It's not the end of the world. It could be worse, right? In 2 weeks, the boxes go to $20. That is just within 2 weeks. I don't even know if it's actually under. Again, I'll try to post like a little chart, or if not, don't worry about it. We'll go through it in the more in-depth video. Point is, within a month, within less than a month, boxes drop to $20. That is just insane. I just want you to realize how bad that is for a new game. How bad of a first impression do you think that is? Hey, would you keep ordering a game that you just lost like over half of what over half of what you already paid? And that's being nice because they kept dropping, right? So it's just not a great start. It's just not a great precedent. And unfortunately, I just think that a lot of stores just were unwilling to come back from that. And the box opening experience and just the experience overall, Bandai, how they made it, didn't really help or contribute in any positive way. In my opinion, the box opening experience for the first three sets for Battle Spirit Saga has to be the most abysmal that I've had. And I've opened White Swords. So that's saying something. I genuinely couldn't believe how bad the pull rates were. I, especially for, speaking of, ironically enough, I had to bring this one out. This box had 2 boxes out of 12. So a case is 12 boxes, typical Bandai. And 2 boxes. So essentially, this box, this sealed box, sold to me by an LGS, could contain no hits. How crazy is that? How bad do you think that's gonna resonate with a new game that is so niche that you know is gonna be your lowest selling game? I just think that is they made some insane decisions. They made some very baffling decisions. Whether it be to advertising, they advertised with Avril Lavigne. I mean, what the hell are we doing? They advertised with Game Grumps. They put like $1 million in competitive game for their newest game. I mean, what are we doing? Who are you trying to attract? You're promoting with Avril Lavigne and Game Grumps. So you're trying to advertise to everyone, which is essentially no one because everyone's just gonna see it as an ad. It's like one of those YouTube ads. It's like those raid ads, right, in YouTube when your favorite YouTuber is like, but first let me get to, and they just play like some raid ad. It's one of those things that you're just not interested in what because they're not passionate about it. At least that's how it came off. The Avril Lavigne one, I'm sorry, you cannot convince me she actually played any game of Battle Spirit Saga or that she collected anything. I refuse to believe that. So it's just weird things like that, right? Weird decisions like that. That super hyper focus on competitive, which again, I think having some focus on competitive, rewarding people for competitive is good. I just think they hyper focused on it too much. They put too much emphasis on it, which is gonna alienate a lot of people. It sounds cool, right? Hey, you can win 25 grand in this tournament. Guess what? One person's gonna win the 25 grand out of who knows how many people are participating, and you have to rule out the fact that 99% of people aren't gonna go to tournaments. It's just hyper fixating and putting so much emphasis on that. In my opinion, if you're not going to support it as well in the local level, it's just not great, right? In my opinion, new games, you should more focus on the, yes, competitive. I do think that having cash prize is actually great. I don't have any problem against that. I just think that putting so much money and so much emphasis on it so early on was the issue, right? I just think that's why it didn't resonate, and why, in my opinion, the ads and the build up to Battle Spirit Saga release and the first couple months of Battle Spirit Saga, a lot of people saw it as more so inorganic growth, right? Like artificial growth. Like they were just trying to essentially attract everyone, as much ice as they could. And that's just not a great sign when you're not advertising the game itself, the lore itself, the story of the game itself, the IP itself. It's just not a great sign, right? So I think that's why a lot of people just never really onboarded. That's why you see a lot of early criticism. That's why I noticed from a lot of the early criticism of the game. And again, I don't agree. A lot of people are saying like, "Oh, just don't emphasize at all the competitive," and I don't agree with that. I definitely think that competitive players should be rewarded. Again, these are the people that are putting the most time, money, everything, effort into your game. So I definitely think rewarding them is cool, but don't make it your sole focus, right? Don't make it either a all catch all eyes campaign with Avril Lavigne or super hyper competitive, super niche audience, right? It's just, it doesn't have to be one extreme or the other, Bandai. You can work with these YouTubers that are actually into card games, which I know they did. I'm not saying every single advertising they did was wrong or anything, but a lot of it just came off very wrong. I think Pro CD was one that what they did where he actually kind of care about the game, where he actually cares about card games, so that actually came across as more genuine. That actually comes across fake. Maybe I'll check it out if he actually is into card games. I'll actually listen to his opinion on this. He actually is into collecting. He's actually into whatever, right? Something adjacent to the IP that you're promoting. Then you might be more willing to listen. But it is what it is. Again, we won't go in too depth into it. Sorry, I kind of started going in depth into it. But while we're talking about it, actually, how about we go through some of my Battle Spirit Saga cards? I was gonna wait until I did the showcase for the singles, but you know what? Seeing as this quite literally is the dead of the game, I can't see a quite more fitting time, right? So we're gonna start off with some of the Strangers in the Sky. What's it called? Some of the collaborators. So nothing too crazy. We're gonna start with some of the simple ones, but. Yeah, no. Am I surprised that the game shut down? In my opinion, no. We just saw so little people selling towards the end that I just can't see how Bandai figured it would make sense to keep going, right? I just refuse to believe that they couldn't find a better use for the money. And in my opinion, the announcement, the two deathbeds for Battle Spirit Saga, in my opinion, was the announcement of the Gundam TCG. That just immediately showed that they had zero faith in Battle Spirit Saga to continue giving it that important IP, right? And that they just decided, fuck it, we're just gonna make it its own thing. And then two, the lack of announcement for Set 7 for months. When they didn't announce, like I said in my previous update video, in the one where I essentially go, sorry, I can't spoil the first page, where I essentially called it dead in the last month. I I even mentioned, hey, I could have dropped this video 3 months ago or 2 months ago because it's true. The fact that you have to understand how Bandai games work, right? Bandai games work in a month in a very, very advanced schedule. They usually work 6 months in advance. You need to understand that. Stores have to pre-order 6 months in advance in order to get that product. You're telling me when you haven't announced a new set for and the new set is coming out, the generational link is coming out in like a month, and you haven't talked about set 7 at all, that's not a red flag. That is insane. That is immediately when I said, whoa, we need to step back and figure this shit out, right? And then when they didn't announce it, that's essentially when I dropped my video, because that's when I said, yeah, there's no way they're not gonna announce it, right? And that's what happened, right? They just didn't have any faith. And in my opinion, you know what? It'll be kind of hard. I don't know if you can see it. You know what? I'll just pull them out. I'll just pull them out. We'll start with the least hype ones, and I'll just keep pulling them out in order. How about that? But anyways, yeah, no. But that's my opinion on it. Again, if you want a more in-depth, check out my latest what's it called? Sorry. Sorry, my dog just did the funniest face. But check out my latest update video. That definitely covers, I think, a pretty good depth. While you wait for the newest video, I promise I'll try to drop it as soon as possible while the iron is hot. I'll try to strike again. But definitely check it out if you want a more in-depth thing, if you want a more in-depth cover of, hey, how we got to where we got here, right? That's just my opinion of things. But we got, what's it called, the Eternal Phoenix Tokiwa, which is the box mascot actually, and it actually has the other box mascot. I forgot the name of this one, but these are the box mascots. So I think it's pretty cool that they have them fighting each other, right? So you can see them right there. Pretty cool. But yeah, no, are you guys surprised? I'm kind of curious to see the audience's reaction and players' reaction and collector. I guess the game didn't have a lot of collectors. I'm guessing I'm one of the very few. And thankfully, it's not like I don't think I actually bought a single one of these. I actually think I pulled all of these. So it's not like I, realistically speaking, lost a lot, right? It's not like I kept that many cards. So it is what it is. I'm kind of curious to see, especially how players feel about it, though. How do you guys feel about Bandai games in general now? Are you guys going to approach them with hesitation now? We got that Cthulhu shark, very, very nice. Are you guys going to approach with hesitation? Are you guys going to still buy Bandai games, or are you done? I think either is a fair response. I think you just have to look at it in a case-by-case basis. I think we have to accept that Battle Spirit Saga came with a huge disadvantage. That being, it's not an IP. That is a massive disadvantage when you're looking at games like One Piece, you're looking at games like Digimon, you're looking at games like Dragon Ball, you're looking at games like Pokemon. I mean, Pokemon right now is going crazy. Like, even Magic is starting to dip into that. The universe is beyond. There's a lot of power in IPs. So the fact that in the West, and I know in Japan, in the East, is massive. It's one of the bigger games for Bandai. I get it, right? But the reality is that in the West, it's just not that big. So I just think they had to adjust their perception for that. I think they had to be more conservative with their approach to the game, right? They had to realize that, hey, we probably should start off a little more niche. Should treat this as a little more niche game. May not go all balls to the wall, $1 million. Hire Avril Lavigne. I mean, for God's sake, right? Take some restriction on it and see if you can get some natural growth towards the game. Anyways, let's not get started. Then we got another one. We got another box mascot actually for Aquatic Invaders. We got that Truth God Mandala. Very, very nice. But yeah, no, I'm very curious to see how you guys feel about it. Are you guys surprised at all? Are you guys kind of just in a, I don't really care anymore? I expected it. Did you not expect that? I'm very curious to hear from people if someone maybe didn't expect it, if someone maybe actually thought, hey, we might come back. This is probably one of my favorite unique Battle Spirit Saga ones because I just think it looks so cool, dude. Look at this. It's like a dragon, and he has such a cool horn. I don't know. It's like a Minotaur dragon. It's so cool. And I know not only the Minotaur has horns like that. I get it. It's a trident, but I just think it looks so cool. I love that style of horns. So very, very nice. And then let's go through. Okay, I was gonna say I think we can go through the more hype ones towards the end. How about some set 5 a lot? But yeah, no. Let me know. Obviously, how about we talk some positive? Let me know your favorite set of the game, right? Obviously, I was gonna say so far. I mean, yeah, this is the last one. Set 6 is the last one of my boys. So let me know your favorite set so far. I definitely loved how they improved the art. I mean, just look at this, right? And I know that SPRs always were kind of cool looking, but dude, I really love the SPRs of set 5. I can't imagine set 6 also had some pretty cool ones. Tell you guys what, if set 6 goes for cheap for some reason, I mean, I'm guessing some people are going to start dumping. If set 6 goes super cheap for some reason, fuck it. We'll just do an opening. We'll do an opening final Battle Spirit Saga set. There you go. How about that? Definitely stay subscribed for that. We can do that. And we can go crazy on that one, I guess. So we can at least feel that completion, right? We can at least see the final set through. And we got Wendy Gloom, a card I was chasing for the longest, and I took a massive L on because this was a $40 card at one point, and now it is $10. So I'd be surprised if it even stays at that, but honestly, I just really liked it. So it is what it is, right? I mean, all of these cards, right? I'm pretty sure are gonna, if you're looking at long-term value, I just don't think there's gonna be a lot in it. I mean, just look at the older Battle Spirit Saga or the older Battle Spirit Saga, or nice. I just said it twice. The older Battle Spirit Saga. Battle Spirits. Sorry, I'm so used to saying Battle Spirit Saga. The older Battle Spirits. Battle Spirits. There you go. Jesus Christ, that was so complicated. The older game, the older version, the cards I don't think fetch a premium price, despite them being pretty old, right? Obviously, usually something that's gonna fetch a premium is something that people are nostalgic for. When a game only lasts a year or two, I mean, realistically speaking, there's not going to be a lot of demand or nostalgia for it, right? So it is what it is. I don't think these are going to be too valuable or anything, but hey, it's just something a little fun to collect, right? It's a dead game, so it's not like they're gonna produce more of these. So it's something a little fun to have. And we're gonna start getting into the more my opinion, the more cool ones. So hey, how about we actually pay attention to these? How about we actually focus on these? And hey, look at this. We got that Ray, what's it called? The Evangelion suit. Yeah, right. I think they are very nice. Look at that. I'm trying to get the foil in the right direction. Sorry if you can't see it, but there you go. Check it out. Dude, the foiling in this one is so cool. Look at that. With that Ava suit, very, very nice. Obviously, that is Ava suit 0, 0. I think 0, I always confuse the numbers, but I think 0, 1 is Shinji, then 0, 2 is Asuka, and then 3, no, sorry. I think 4 or 5 is Mary, right? I forgot which one it is, but I think she's another one. And then 5, I think, is the guy with the white hair, right? So I think I got them. But how about we go through another Ava suit? Check this out. Boom. We got that 13 where he has that spear of longingness. Very, very nice. I love when they make I love when they make Christian references. Like what? And obviously this series is full of it. So I know this isn't the only one, but I just think it's so badass. Look at that. Look at how cool he looks. So he has 4 arms. He has the 2 spears. I think it's the spear of Longinus and the spear of Cassius, I want to say. Yeah, right, Cassius. And this one, I think this Ava suit is actually controlled by Shinji. And again, I forgot the name of the guy with the white hair, but I think it's actually controlled by them too. So I think it's their suits actually kind of combined or something like that. Or it looks more to show like Shinji's, but I think it's their suits quote unquote combined, right? Or I may be wrong, but I think that's kind of what it is. It looks pretty cool. But how will we go through the final, I think, 4? Yeah, how will we go through the final 4? I guess I would say my holy grails of Battle Spirit Saga. I don't know if there's actually, I guess the only holy grails for Battle Spirit Saga would be like the competition ones, like if you won the tournament or something, since those are going to be super rare, especially now. But again, I don't know how much demand is going to be for it, right? So we'll see. But how about we actually start going through this? Check this out. We got, oh no, actually, yeah, I did buy this one. Never mind. I did buy 2 cards for Battle Spirit. So I think I said I didn't, but I absolutely did. Number 1, purchased. I actually got this one for $10 though. So ironically enough, despite the game being dead, I think I actually may be up a little bit on this one, which is kind of crazy to say. Is that gonna still be the case? I don't know. I don't think so. Well, I don't know. I don't know how much below $10 you can go since this is a pre-rare card. So we'll have to find out since it is a Saga rare. So again, kind of crazy. I was able to get it for $10, but yeah, people, like I said, people were fire selling the Grails of Battle Spirit Saga even before the shutdown. So it's just never a great sign when that kind of stuff happens, right? It is what it is. But pretty cool. We got Tokiwa. Obviously, this is a more traditional, I would say more traditional Japanese looking art, which I think was pretty cool. I actually thought that was something really cool about the Saga rares, that they each had like a unique style. So for example, let's look at another one, the second card that I bought for Battle Spirit Saga. And this one I actually got for $14. So I actually paid a little more for this one. But this one is the mascot of Battle Spirits. So I had to get it, of the original IP too. So I kind of had to get it. Again, it was $14. So I think I'm technically a little bit up on this one. I think this one is like 16 and the other one was like 13. So I'm not up like a lot or anything, but who knows, right? Maybe this will be a little worth something, maybe like 20 or something one day, and who knows? Maybe I'll profit on them. I'll make some stonks on them. No, I'm just kidding. But again, I just think these are pretty neat to have. Very, very cheap. I mean, relatively cheap, and these are like pieces of history of the game, right? The first Saga rare and then the second one, I just think is pretty cool. And this is gonna be the last Saga rare. Sorry if you were expecting me to start pulling out every single Saga rare. Unfortunately, I never actually pulled a Saga rare. I had to buy the 2 that I have. So very nice though. Look at that. And let me know what you think of Seaworm, the mascot of Battle Spirits. So very, very cool. I love how I was struggling to say Battle Spirits, and now I'm just saying it's just fine, whatever. It is what it is, right? And then we're getting to our first of my 2 favorite cards. Check this out. We got a Gundam, which comes out of this one, and again, it is hilarious that I find it hilarious they call these collaboration rares. You would think, right? This whole they're advertising collaborations with Gundam. They're saying, hey, you're gonna get Gundam cards. You're getting one of these four per case. That is absolutely abysmal. That is a 25% chance of getting it. That is just horrible. It is. Oh wait, no, 4 out of 12. What the hell am I saying? It is. No, it's at 1/3. I mean, it's still not great. It's 1/3 chance. Wow, that's great. You have 1/3 chance of getting it. I mean, that's just absolutely insane. I don't think that's cool. And that is at random one, right? So if you want a specific one, you're absolutely cooked. You have to multiply the 33% chance by the one. I think it's 6 or 7 of these. So divided by that or multiply by that. And good luck, right? I just think you might as well buy a single. You might, I think I said in one of my update videos, I think you're better off gambling, which is kind of an insane thing to say, but it really is true. Like, I'm pretty sure you're better off just going to roulette, putting it all on black, and praying to double your money and saying, you know what, screw it, give me something. It is what it is, right? And now, how about we actually get to my favorite Battle Spirit Saga card, the final one. So I can let you go too, but this was meant to be a short video. God damn it. But you know what? It is the goodbye to Battle Spirit Saga, so I think it's pretty cool that we're giving that collection, the Battle Spirit Saga specific collection, a nice little send off, right? We're actually kind of focusing on each one of these, so I appreciate it. So we got Sinanju. My favorite Battle Spirit Saga card was this one, which is a collaboration rare. I know it's kind of funny, but I really do like the design of these Gundams, and in my opinion, I just think it's pretty cool. I'll be honest, at first I was more so of a fan of the other one. I think it's Barbados. I was more of a fan of that one at first because it's a little more dynamic, but I just prefer the suit of this one. I just really like that it has like this lance-like weapon. And then I love the color, right? I love red. I just think it's such a badass suit, and I just had to pick it. In my opinion, very, very nice. And this card, ironically enough, I think it's actually one of the few that, in my opinion, what cards are going to retain their value? In my opinion, the only cards that are most likely to retain their value are going to be Eva cards, so Evangelion, and Gundam cards. That's pretty much it, just because I think, again, there is power behind IPs. So I just think that that's essentially what's going to carry them. So in my opinion, that's what's going to retain some value. And again, I'm not saying they're going to go to the moon or anything. Relax. I'm not saying buy them. I am saying they might retain some value or they might go up a little bit, right? That's it. I'm not saying anything crazy. But yeah. My favorite card for Battle Spirit Saga was definitely Sinanjo, which joins my number one page, which if you know anything about my collection, my number one page of the binder is my favorite card of each game that I've opened. So, all right, hopefully you guys enjoyed the final news video for Battle Spirit Saga. Again, that final video I plan on doing, unless it's the opening again. If I can find it super cheap, screw it, I'm down. I don't care, whatever, it's fine, right? I'll do it. But other than that, the last video you should be expecting for Battle Spirit Saga ever, which is kind of an insane thing to say, but it is what it is going to be the history of Battle Spirit Saga, and covering why it was never able to recover from being perceived as a failure, right? We're going to talk about that. If you're interested in that, please comment, subscribe. Hopefully I'll see you around for the next one. If you're interested in Pokemon as well, I know you're seeing this. I started doing a new couple, I recorded a couple of videos already, but I haven't dropped them. I started doing a new quote-unquote weekly thing where I record some of the Pokemon pickups that I did throughout the week, right? So if you're interested in that, hey, definitely check it out, and hopefully I'll see you around, and see you.